We'll get started in just a few minutes. Is it 11 o'clock? All right, it is 11 o'clock, so we will get started. Thank you all for showing up today. My name is Dana White with Byram & Fisk Advocacy Communications, and I will be the moderator for today's discussion about pre-K for all. Thank you all for joining us today, and I do want to mention that we are live streaming and recording this event, and we will make the recording available to the media following the press conference. We will also take questions from the media after our speakers make their remarks. Media who are watching the live stream on Facebook should feel free to put their questions in the comment section, and we'll tackle those during the Q&A session. Please state your name and your news outlet before asking your question. And with that, I will introduce all of our speakers here today. We are joined by Dr. Beverly Walker-Graffia, Director of the Michigan Department of Lifelong Education, Advancement, and Potential, also known as MiLEAP, Emily Laidlaw, Deputy Director of Early Education at MiLEAP, Representative Jasper Martis, Dr. Steve Tunnicliffe, Superintendent for Genesee ISD, Jen Mooney, Great Start Readiness Program Director for St. George Preschool, hosting us today, and Blake Kish, a parent who is using the Pre-K for All program. And with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Beverly.
Well, good morning. Good morning. I woke up so excited this morning because this is the day. This is the day that we get to announce this important milestone for Pre-K for All. Pre-K for All, which provides thousands of families no cost, high quality pre-K education. And we have it here, right here in Genesee County, right here at St. George's Preschool. Oh my gosh, what an awesome day. As of October, we have already enrolled over 51,000 children in GSRP programs during our current year. 51,000, we should be shouting right now because that is 8,900 more than were enrolled at this time last year. And guess what? We still have 2 months left for our families to enroll. This year's substantial increase in enrollment is thanks in part to our public awareness campaign to get that word out across the state that pre-K is truly for all. Throughout last year, we've made a concerted effort to make sure that families know that it is available to them for no cost. I'm going to say this again. Pre-K for All is available to our families in Michigan for no cost. And well, guess what? The effort, as we see, is paying off. The response we have had back from our parents has been awesome. From their guardians has been, oh my gosh, and the grandparents. Everybody loves this. When they hear about this, they say, sign me up. I am going to do this. It's been embraced by the families because it is quality child care for an opportunity at no cost. Now they're going to kill me because I just said the word child care. It's more than child care. This is quality education for our children. Just one child being enrolled can save a family $14,000 each year on child care costs, which is crucial at a time like this when the cost of just about everything is going up. And I went to the grocery store last night and I was astounded. There are numerous options and choices for parents, including half-day or full-day programs and a 4-day or 5-day program. So you can just pick which one works for you as a family member. In some areas, transportation is also available. And guess what? no cost as well. Pre-K helps our children to be healthier, and they are ready for kindergarten when they get there, which is one of our ultimate goals. They are ready for that K through 12 experience. Enrolling children in quality pre-K programs also helps them achieve key developmental milestones. It offers free screenings to identify children that may have autism or developmental delays so that supports can be provided early. And many of those programs are around the state. And we are just so thankful for Governor Whitmer and our bipartisan legislature who has invested the dollars to make this available to all. In addition, we're thankful that they have also provided funding for free breakfast and lunch for our students so that no family has to worry about food and feeding their children during that school day. So I'm excited. You can see that. I couldn't wait to get here to share these awesome record-breaking enrollment numbers. And I just want to make sure every parent gets the message, every family gets the message that pre-K for all is really for all. It is for everyone in Michigan. So please, 2 months left, enroll your child today. Now, I would like to have MiLEAP's Deputy Director for Early Education, Ms. Emily Laidlaw.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Emily Laidlaw, and I am the Deputy Director for Early Education here at MiLEAP. We are so grateful for Governor Whitmer and our state legislature for continuing to invest in pre-K for all. Because of these bipartisan investments, we're able to announce record high enrollment in the Great Start Readiness Program, which is our main driver toward pre-K for all. All children who are 4 years old by December 1st qualify for pre-K for all, and that includes the Great Start Readiness Program, Head Start, developmental kindergarten, or early childhood special education. Families who enroll will save an estimated $14,000 per year. Pre-K for all has the potential to improve hundreds of thousands of lives, and we've been working hard to get the word out about the program. We're proud to say that the results have been amazing. As more families learn about pre-K for all, more children are enrolled. We've already surpassed last year's school year final enrollment numbers, so we know our efforts are paying off. Families are excited about pre-K for all. Children who attend pre-K for all, a high-quality pre-K program, are more likely to graduate from high school, go on to college or career training, and start their career strong. Pre-K teaches critical social skills, including how to share, work, and play together, and get along with others. It's really important to understand that there are no income restrictions to participate in pre-K for all. This program is truly for everyone. It's not just for low-income families, it's not just for middle-class families, but everyone. It means families can go to work or school knowing that their child is safe and learning with a caring, compassionate teacher. We know that there are more families across the state who can benefit from pre-K for all who have not yet enrolled, and we'll continue to spread the word about this opportunity. Families can enroll into February, and they can check with their local intermediate school district to find out that final enrollment date. And if your family or someone you know is interested in signing up for pre-K for all, please go to miprekforall.org to find a high-quality program that meets your needs. We also hope our partners in the media will help us get the word out. Thank you, and now I'd like to turn it over to Representative Martis.
Thank you so much, and thank you everybody for being here this morning. It's really special for me to be here, not just in my district, but at St. George's. I've been to services at St. George's a couple of times, but have never had the honor of visiting the preschool and seeing everything that you guys are doing here. Growing up Roman Catholic, I was always jealous that my friends who went to Orthodox churches had those beautiful pieces of art and mosaics. You know, Roman Catholics, we have the statues, those are okay, but the art in your churches are just so beautiful. And I really reflect on my faith being here. An important lesson I learned when I was a kid was the revolutionary concept of when Jesus said, "Let the children come to me." Because I had a religion teacher who kept repeating that. And what made that remark so special is that throughout most of history, children have always been looked down upon, perceived as a burden, considered an afterthought when it came to the family. That's why throughout much of the Old Testament, God commands us to value the widow, value the orphan, value the poor. And that's what would then underpin much of Jesus's message of uplifting the poor who had so often been cast out. Utilizing the perspectives of women when it came to his ministry, and then often saying, "Let the children come to me." And even if Jesus was saying that 2,000 years ago, it took about 2,000 years for our public policy to catch up to that. It was really not until the past 100 years or so that we started to, instead of saying children should only speak when spoken to, or should be seen and not heard, of valuing the perspective that children have, investing in them today because they're going to be adults tomorrow. So when I think about the investments that are occurring through MiLEAP, and really a lot of the work that we're trying to do in the legislature of investing in our children, of making sure their dignity is valued and uplifted, it's so often great to see that lived out and see it advanced. You know, I can vote on things in Lansing, I can do work in my office in Lansing, but I'm reminded of why I do this work when I get to see the real world investments made in my community. So I'm so thankful for the people at MiLEAP who have been prioritizing universal pre-K and doing important work, and then also having the ability to say thank you to the people who are carrying that out in our community. And so thank you so much to the folks at St. George for living out your faith. Thank you to the folks at MiLEAP who are administering these very, very important programs, and everyone who was able to come together today. Am I giving it to Dr. Tuttlecliffe?
You are.
Cool.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Representative Martis, and thank you for your continued support of early childhood and education in general. And good morning, everybody. As the superintendent of the Genesee Intermediate School District, my name is Steve Tuttlecliffe, and I just want to welcome you here to Genesee County and to Flint Township. So again, thank you for being here. In Genesee County, we've seen a steady increase in pre-K for all enrollment for each of the last 3 years. And where we're at right now is every indication that we'll continue to see a 4th year of record enrollment. We have nearly 1,800 children who are already enrolled in pre-K for all. And has been said a couple of times, there's still time. There's still time for parents and families to enroll children in this amazing opportunity. To provide a perspective, we have over 130 different classrooms that have pre-K programming, pre-K for all across Genesee County. So there's lots of different opportunities, lots of different locations and options for parents to consider. And again, space is still available. And quite honestly, the reason this space is still available is because there's continued need. And as long as there's continued need, we at the Genesee Intermediate School District and our partners across the county want to meet that need. So that again, as has been mentioned before, pre-K for all is literally for all. And again, importantly, at no cost. So I'll reiterate, parents who are interested in a pre-K for all program across the entire state can go to miprekforall.org to get connected with their intermediate school district and identify the available programming across their county. Again, this is a no-cost option for families. And as Dr. Beverly mentioned, a lot of times when we say that and we talk with families, they think there must be a catch to it. There is no catch. This is an investment on behalf of our state that's been supported, as been mentioned before, by Governor Whitmer and our legislature. And we're just encouraging families to take advantage of that opportunity. As mentioned before, children that are part of a high-quality early childhood experience are better prepared to enter into kindergarten. They're more comfortable, they're more confident, and that leads to success. And obviously, it's a great opportunity for their families as well. As has been mentioned before, when you think about the cost of childcare right now, the fact that parents and families just with one child enrolled can save up to $14,000 a year is a huge, again, opportunity that we encourage everyone to take advantage of. Again, there's lots of choices here in Genesee County and statewide. Again, as was mentioned, from 4-day programming to 5-day programming, half-day programming, and full-day programming. So we encourage all of our families across the county to get involved, to see an opportunity here in Genesee County and again, statewide. And again, thank you to the legislature. Thank you to MiLEAP for your leadership of this work. This is a model across the nation. That's something we can be proud of here in Michigan, and we're certainly proud of here in Genesee County, and we're proud of here at St. George. So that's my honor to turn it over to Jen Mooney here from St. George.
Thank you, Dr. Tunnicliffe, for your leadership and your support throughout our county. Good morning, and thank you all for joining us. I'm Jen Mooney, the Great Start Readiness Program Director here at St. George Preschool, and I'm excited to welcome all of you today. Every day, the children at St. George have the opportunity to create, discover, and explore. Our highly qualified, experienced, and very compassionate teachers encourage our children's imaginations and grow their confidence by teaching them the early social, emotional, and intellectual skills. Our classroom teachers meet each child right where they are, supporting their unique abilities and interests. We know through research and years of delivering high-quality education that children who start ahead, stay ahead. Children who attend pre-K learn crucial social skills, as well as early reading, science, and math, empowering them to get ahead as they do prepare for kindergarten. In a fun and creative classroom atmosphere, children make friends, play, and start building the skills for a strong education. Research shows that a child's brain is 90% developed by the age of 5. So think about that. This is exactly why pre-K is so important. It nurtures relationships and stimulates early childhood learning experiences that build a strong foundation for future growth, development, and success. MiLEAP is not only opening the doors for all Michigan families, they are also supporting schools and childcare providers across the state to increase enrollment by offering startup grants. These grants provide critical funding to help offset the costs of opening new pre-K classrooms. Many thanks to MiLEAP, St. George Preschool was able to enhance our own facilities and open a fully equipped new classroom, ultimately welcoming more young learners. We truly love serving the children here at St. George Preschool, and Pre-K for All allows us to further our mission to prepare these young minds for their educational journey ahead. Thank you, and now it is my honor to introduce a very devoted parent and early childhood advocate who has partnered with us in his children's educational journey, Mr. Blake Kish.
Good morning. Very hard person to follow, by the way, Dr. Beverly here. I'm going to borrow my glasses for just a second. My name is Blake Kish. I am a foster adoptive parent, and I fostered and eventually adopted 5 children so far. Promise and Kensington both have attended Pre-K for All here at St. George. And as a parent currently of 6 children under the age of 8, which is why I have no hair, everything is very expensive. I actually bought a jug of Lactaid yesterday for $7.89 or something like that. Clothes, shoes, you name it, everything is just skyrocketing. And it's very expensive to have not just one child, but imagine 6, all very young. Gas, groceries, childcare, especially, you name it. I have been fostering since 1997, and the Pre-K for All has been a blessing, of course, for the family, for the household, but mostly for the kids, for the children. It has been crucial to our family. High quality pre-K means that our children are in a very safe and caring environment. And at St. George particularly, because I have a few in a few different places, the education that they have received has been so amazing as far as preparation for kindergarten. I am very proud to say that the two children that Kenny just went to kindergarten this year, the teachers are like, wow, your kids are so amazing. And they are amazing, and they're amazing because of what we put into them. And giving them the head start, giving them the opportunity to prepare for success in school. Pre-K for All is such an exceptional program. And I've actually talked to people, and then I've had people, married couples, shake my hand and say, thank you for giving me this information, because they were able to get their children in Pre-K for All. And of course they work, so it helped them financially, but what it's going to do for their children, and they see mine, so they know. Academically, my children have been greatly above a lot of other children in the classroom, and then the teachers tell me. I recommend any parent that has a child that is 4 years old, get your child in this program. You can go to, it's miperkforall.org and find the closest location, interview a couple locations, but get your kid in the classroom. Give them that head start, give them the winning edge. We are shaping the future of Genesee County. We are shaping the future of Michigan. And with the help of the state that has provided these opportunities or programs for us, you take advantage of them. Save thousands of dollars a year. Save your child the chance. Imagine being the kid in the back of the classroom that didn't have that opportunity because the parents didn't take advantage of the programs that are in front of them. And I could go on for about 14 hours. But I'm just going to say, do what's best for your children. Enjoy the opportunity that the state of Michigan is providing for us, and give them that early start. And now I'm going to turn it back to Dana White. Thank you.
Thank you, Blake, and thank you to all of our speakers for joining us here this morning. We're now going to open it up to questions from the media. We'll start with those in the room, and then we will go to questions on our live stream. So do we have any questions? Yeah.
Steve Carmody with Michigan Public. How has the increase in the number of children taking part in this program affected the financial part of this program?
Thank you.
Is it more expensive because we're being successful in attracting more kids?
So the question for those on the live stream is, how does the number of children enrolled in the program affect the financials? Dr. Beverly or Emily?
Thanks for that question. The legislature appropriated additional dollars for this program because it was growing. So the amount that the state is spending increases as more children enroll in the program. Follow up?
Do you have any numbers?
I can follow up with those. I don't have them right in front of me. Yes.
I just wanted to know if there's any information you all can provide about the success of like the mixed delivery system, you know, between like school districts and community-based organizations providing this, you know, this program. If there's any numbers around like the percentage of GSR classrooms that are currently, you know, provided through school districts versus CBOs, because I know parents talk about, you know, needing flexibility that sometimes the community-based organizations can provide as opposed to districts. So I just wanted to hear about that.
Yes, thank you. For those online, the question is to talk about the success of the mixed delivery program of Pre-K for All.
Right now, we have a little over 30% of the seats for Pre-K for All in the GSRP program being offered by community-based organizations. And that's grown a little bit each year because of the partnerships with our intermediate school districts, their local school districts, and our community-based providers. So we can get you those exact numbers as well. No follow-up.
Are class sizes getting larger? Are you guys finding more to stand in front of the classroom so the classroom can stay small, or how does that work?
So with the startup grants that were mentioned, we've worked at opening new classrooms and recruiting new high quality teachers to staff those classrooms. There is a limit on how large the classrooms can be. So those haven't increased as we've enrolled more children, but instead we've built out the system so that there's more classrooms, more opportunities for families to choose what meets their needs, and more partnerships in our mixed delivery system.
Thank you for that question. I just wanted to take that question and opportunity to just share that as this programming grows, whether it's in a CBO or a school district scenario, we do continue to need to encourage individuals to look at early childhood as a career. This is, at least in my experience, in my time in education, there's been no better time to be a part of early childhood as an educator. The sustainability of this investment is greater than it's ever been here in Michigan. And so I think encouraging individuals that want to work, especially with our youngest learners, to take that next step and to engage in a classroom. There's multiple opportunities and positions for people who want to look at early childhood as a career, where you can step into a classroom, provide support, obviously with mentorship, and see if it's right for you. And so I just encourage those who are interested as this program grows. It can only grow to the extent to which we have loving and caring adults who want to be part of this program and be an educator to our earliest learners.
So I know that like in the spring enrollment at 56%, I believe. And so I'm wondering, and sorry if I missed the number, where are we now? What's the percentage currently?
For those online, the question was, what is the percentage of enrollment of the spring versus now?
So Pre-K for All is made up of 4 programs: GSRP, Head Start, Developmental Kindergarten, and Early Childhood Special Education. So those final numbers will be available around the same time that you saw them last spring. But this year, with our GSRP program, which is the main program in Pre-K for All, we've seen record high numbers of 51,000 children enrolled as of October.
Any more questions from those in the room? Any on our live stream?
Yes, we have a few questions. So the first is from Andrew from MERS News. How much money is coming from the state overall? Is there a cap on how many spots are available? And have the universal pre-K program seen any increases in people returning to work in the state? And if you repeat that,
We can follow up with the data on that one.
and then we have a question from Jennifer at the Detroit News. Is 59,000 children enrolled still the goal as reported in January? There was criticism in January that this might not be worth it because the enrollment had not gone as expected. Do you believe these most recent numbers show that it is worth the taxpayer dollars being spent?
Thanks for that question. I think that what we're seeing is a record high enrollment as of October of this year, more than the entirety of the GSRP program last year. And we see that this program is going to grow. On average, it grows about 10% between November and February. And so we're seeing a lot of interest as we get the word out. As soon as we tell parents about it, they want to sign their child up. So we're seeing that the infrastructure that we built of expanding classrooms and recruiting more high quality teachers and connecting with families is resulting in higher enrollment.
Another question from Jennifer at the Detroit News. Are there particular areas that are under enrolled?
Are there particular areas that are under enrolled in our state?
All of the ISDs across the state are still continuing their enrollment, and there's spots available across the state.
And then we have one question from someone actually that runs a daycare. How can parents find out more about pre-K for all in their area?
The ideal question.
Yeah. Yes, if families would like to learn more about pre-K for all in their area, they can go to miprek.org. Yes.
Going off one of those questions, are there any parts of the state that are currently at or above their capacity?
All ISDs currently have room to enroll in the program.
I know we don't have the exact number, but I know that previously the per pupil spending was around 12,000. Is that still basically around that amount? Even on the exact, it's around 12,000. Okay.
The pure pupil is around 12,000 was the question. Do we have any more online?
No, we do not.
All right, that
Oh,
will
I'm
con.
sorry. Just one more.
One more.
Mark is asking, is this going to be expanded to 3-year-olds?
The question was, is this going to be expanded to 3-year-olds?
In this year's state budget, we have an exciting program called Strong Beginnings, and it expands pre-K to 3-year-olds, and it's being piloted across the state. So we'll have more information coming out of MiLEAP and our partners soon, so stay tuned if you have a little one that is 3 or going to be turning 3 soon.
All right, that will conclude our press conference this morning. Thank you all for showing up. Have a great day.